Hey guys, my name is Tony and welcome to Soul Freaks. So now we're here at the end of season 3. So this is our final episode for this season. Now before anything else, we would like to thank everyone throughout the season for their full support and yes, their comments as well as their suggestions and of course the support as a whole. Now, given that we have some gap releases, meaning we had this phase where episodes were not published on time or plans change accordingly. So, this is one of them. Now, this episode, what we have for you for this finale is one of those episodes that was planned for mid season, but yep, plans change along the way. So I do hope that you enjoy what we have for you with this finale. So before anything else, again, thank you and welcome. I know this wasn't the Yeezys that everyone was expecting when I did the What's in the Box episode for Yeezys Are In, but it was April 1 and the package just arrived and I had to do it. So I do have to apologize for that. Now, moving forward, so we have here is the Nike LeBron Ambassador 13. So this is another sneaker line from LeBron, which is part of his budget lineup. Aside from the Witness and the Soldiers, we also have the ambassadors for that. Now, the thing here is the ambassador is only available in the Asian region. So this is probably not yet in the US market. So for those in the US that has an interest for this sneaker, they do have to add that international shipping fee for their end. But for the Asian Pacific or for the Asia Pacific, this is available. But my problem here is I'm in the Philippines and for some reasons I cannot find this one in any stores. So I'm not sure if I'm not just looking at the correct stores. Even the non-Nike stores, they aren't there. Just the Witness lineup. So about the Ambassador 13, LeBron has been wearing this since the 2021 season. So he's wearing this more than he's wearing the 18s and 19s, and that's both the mid and the low cut. Now, there are a lot of speculations that LeBron may be comfortable with the ambassadors than the soldiers and the main one, or is this another marketing strategy for Nike and LeBron to introduce the Asian version of his sneaker line? And there are a lot, but for now, let's leave it that LeBron himself preferred to wear the ambassadors than his main sneaker line. Now, what we have here is the Yeezy colorway. Now, the Yeezy colorway is obviously was inspired from the Nike Air Yeezy from Kanye West when he was with Nike, a few years back. And specifically, this is from the solar red colorway. You can see the similarities between them in terms of the color scheme and the combination, except for the shoelace. So obviously, I may have to do some shoelace swap in the future, but for now, I'll leave it like this. So this got me intrigued, and we will find out why the sneaker is, well, not really one of the best, but let's see why the sneaker was, LeBron's preference for most of his games for the past 2 seasons. So yeah, now as I mentioned, this is a budget sneaker. So for quality wise, there's no expectation on this one, but it shouldn't get rid of the purpose of the sneaker in the first place. Now for the upper, we have a upper mesh design. So this is just a regular upper mesh design leather. So this goes around the lateral portion of the sneaker, going to the medial portion of the sneaker. So at least half or majority portion of the upper. And on the heel area, we have the leather, smooth leather on the back. And we have here is a tab with LeBron's logo and some Chinese symbol. I assume this means ambassador. Now, they did a different thing for this one. So for the pull tab, it's not in the heel portion of the sneaker but on the tongue, which we will go on later. Now, we also have an external heel counter here. Not that thick, but it does, or not much actually. It's just on the lower portion of the heel. We have the external heel counter here with, some little design right here. And for the cushion, in the collar area, we have a simple soft cushion in the collar area right here, which is colored pink or light red, crimson red. For some reasons, I cannot determine that. So up next here is the tongue. So most of the ambassador design here is the tongue is a bit different. So it has lace support all throughout. You can see it right here, and we have the pull tab on the tongue. Now, what weird here is, or what's weird for me for this one is, we have the swoosh logo on the tongue, but it is covered up by the lace support in the tongue area. Now, I'm not sure if that was intentional or we're not sure. So Nike can only answer that question. Now, speaking of swoosh, so in the tongue, the swoosh right here is textured like a diamond texture like material, so it's plastic, along with the swoosh on the lateral portion of the sneaker. So this green glow swoosh right here is diamond textured like. And we have the LeBron's logo on the side. Now for the heel here, or going to the midfoot, we have some kind of rocky diamond design again. So it goes on to the heel portion of the sneaker, and for some reasons they have separated the heel and the forefoot. So the midfoot is a bit open right here. So there's a saying that this could, give the sneaker a bit of a flexibility on the forefoot portion of the sneaker. For the midsole, now again, this is just budgeted. So the midsole right here is made of Phylon. So this is a full-length Phylon cushion going across in the entire sneaker. So that is what shapes up the sneaker. Now here's the thing for this one. So we have here is the outer sole or the sole of the sneaker. Now I did mention earlier that there is a gap between on the midfoot. So it has separated the heel and the forefoot. Now here's the thing. Nike for some reason only provided the Zoom Air straw bell or the cushion only on the heel portion of the sneaker, just right here. And in the forefoot, it's just your regular XDR sole. So again, with that speaking in mind, this is good for outdoor basketball. So it has a thick XDR outer sole, so you won't have much of an issue on that portion. And we also have a herringbone here that would help you support, every movement that you can do. Now the herringbone right here is somewhat, soft. Now we don't know the effect for this one as of the moment, but Nike, much like other LeBron sneakers, has the herringbone, for additional support and at the same time some stability while using the sneakers. All right. With that said, so this is technically true to size, but there is a bit of tightness when you wear the sneaker. Now, in my personal opinion, I guess this is possibly because I haven't worn this sneaker much yet. So I may do a break-in on this sneaker on several occasions. So whether it's casual or playing basketball, so it could help, widen up the inside for a bit. So we will see in the succeeding days when I actually wear the sneaker. But for first time purchase, like what I did is I go for my usual Nike basketball size. It's always that standard sizing, or that you have to choose it wisely at the same time. So again, this needs a break-in. So there's a bit of tightness. This is not a snug fit, but it is a bit tight. So I do suggest, to physically try this out in the store if possible. But then again, this is only available for the Asia Pacific region, and again, for some reasons, I cannot find this in the Philippines. So if you do know where, please do let me know again. And yeah. Alright, now, so with all that said and done, let's go for the actual experience while wearing the Nike LeBron Ambassador 13. Now, for me personally, for the sizing, as I mentioned, there was a bit of tightness in the midfoot area. Now, all it needed was just a proper break-in. So whether it's casual or playing basketball several times, all you need is just to break in the sneaker and you'll be comfortable and all set. Now next here is, well, after you are set with the sneaker, while wearing it, you may feel that there's a little bit of slipping inside the sneaker. So unfortunately, the lockdown of the sneaker isn't that much good. So there will be instances while running, your foot will slide forward depending on, of course, the direction that you're heading. So that's I think one of the cons for this particular sneaker, that the external heel counter here doesn't have much lockdown. But the collar area should give you a proper cushion while wearing the sneaker. So especially on the Achilles area right here. And wearing it, you shouldn't have any problem with it, as you have a support here in the pull tab by the tongue area. Now, up next here is the traction of the sneaker. Now, in terms of the traction, whether it's indoor or outdoor, you shouldn't have much of an issue while running with the sneaker. So, again, the air zoom is located only at the heel of the sneaker, so the strobel is just right here. So you'll definitely feel this while running and jumping and playing, of course. And they say that there's a flexibility, that's why there's a separation between the forefoot and the heel. So technically, if you're a fast runner, you may feel that as well. Now, in terms of the forefoot, given that there's no cushion or additional support on it, it's just it feels normal. If you're a bit worried on that, just make sure to be careful while, well, not too careful, but of course, play aggressive. This is basketball, and expectation there. Just play safe. That's all I'm saying on that part. Now, again, in terms of the materials, there should be less expectation because, again, this is not one of the main line of the LeBron sneakers, so materials aren't the same as the main line. Now, overall, I would like to give this sneaker an average review on this one. Not because of the materials, but in a way, it's comfortable, but there were just some issues along the way. And most notably is the lockdown of the sneaker. So I guess that's my personal experience. So it still doesn't answer why LeBron prefers wearing this sneaker instead of the main line. So I guess it's more of marketing. Could be. Okay, so fun fact in terms of the weight of the sneaker. So the Ambassador 13 is a little bit heavier versus the 18 and 19 low. Take note, the low cut. Now, this one is 14.3 ounces, the Ambassador 13, while the LeBron 18 low is 14.05 ounces, and the LeBron 19 low is exactly 14 ounces. So there's a little bit of weight difference, so in a way, you'll feel it while running with it. That's about it for this episode. So I do hope that you guys enjoyed that episode and hope it helps you in deciding if you want to purchase the LeBron Ambassador 13. Now, given that its availability may be here at Asia Pacific, so if you will ask me, I got them from StockX. At the time, it was a good deal. So yeah, my bid went through, and yep, I'm thank in a way relief. So I wasn't expecting it, but then again, it's here. All right, so before we close out the video, again from the introduction, thank you everyone for your full support throughout season 3. And yes, we have a lot for you in this coming next season 4. And so while waiting, of course, sorry about this one, we have, of course, our previous episodes from 1 to 3 and our special episodes. So feel free to watch them as well. Now, we also have our social media website, Facebook and Instagram. So follow us at Soul Freaks. And please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So yeah, now before we truly end the video, again, thank you everyone. My name is Tony, and like what we always say here at Soul Freaks, keep moving forward.